Hi there everybody, my name is John Clark and I'm a chiropractor here in Uxbridge, Ontario. And I have with me today Sylvia, a patient of mine. She was nice enough to do an interview talking about some of the unique techniques that I do here. Sylvia, it was 5 years ago, believe it or not, that you first came in with a rather serious eye condition after a car accident. So I thought maybe you could tell us about what was happening at that time.
Well, I was involved in a very bad automobile accident, and the glasses I was wearing at the time broke in the accident, and it cut my face right here by my eye, and the piece of it was missing, and it damaged the nerve. So I had trouble. I couldn't smile. The nerve was damaged so badly. I couldn't feel this part of my face with my hand, but inside it was very painful, and. So I couldn't wink, I couldn't move this part of the face. And so I was having that problem.
And
in the mornings when I woke up, it wouldn't open. It wouldn't open for 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes. I had to go and get a wet, hot compress and put it over it and then wait for some relief. I used to use mineral oil or any kind of oil that would, I thought would help.
And the pain, tell me about how bad was the pain?
Oh, the pain was so bad. It was like I couldn't touch my face. You can't put on makeup. You can't. Washing my face was a problem.
And cold air was a big problem
too.
too,
Yes, I had to wear a balaclava to cover up in the winter.
Right.
In the winter, so I just basically wouldn't leave my house because it was one thing or another. And then the eye started to droop. I would run and I wouldn't know it, and just a lot of problems with it.
So it had a tremendous effect on your life.
Oh, absolutely.
And that was, so 2.5 years after the car accident you suffered with that. And
Yes.
what did you do to try to solve that problem before you came in here?
I went, from this accident, I saw 14 doctors between Canada and the US. 14.
14 in two countries.
14 doctors. And some of the interesting things they say to me were like, learn to live with it. Oh, these things happen.
That wasn't much of a solution, was it?
There's nothing else we can do. There are people with worse problems. Things like that.
So you went to the actual pain clinics too, right?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, specialty clinics.
Yes, I've seen some of the best special doctors regarding these things. And they were the ones that came up with the interesting answers for me. Learn to live with it.
And didn't someone say, oh, bone doesn't cause pain?
Bone doesn't, that was my interesting one. Bone doesn't hurt.
Well, you
And
had pain.
I'm trying to tell him, it's hurting. Oh, bone doesn't hurt.
So you had a fracture in your orbital bone, right? In your
Yes.
zygomatic arch. And as you would expect, after maybe 6 or 8 weeks, you had some re-x-rays and it showed that the bone had knitted back together. But again, the pain for 2.5 years carried on. It was severe. It was 10 out of 10 pain, right?
Oh gosh, yes. It was. I'm telling you, the pain that I was on, I actually contemplated at some times when it was happening, just ending it all. Because
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
And because my alternative was what I was doing was staying in bed under my covers.
Yeah, so it wasn't much of a life. So this horrible condition that she had was essentially ruining your life.
It did.
And luckily, through her husband, Sylvia and I met, and I do a technique called pain neutralization. So that's why I wanted to do this video, because Sylvia's example is an extreme example of pain that was long-standing. It wasn't going away, and quite frankly, if you and I hadn't met 5 years ago, you'd still be in pain. So you'd be at
If I
7.
was around.
Right. Well,
It
it'd be
was that
7.5. You'd be 7.5 years now of
Yes.
pain, right? So I do a technique called pain neutralization, and can you describe how that worked for you?
Well, that was great. That was at first when we started. I would leave crying. I would start off crying because you really couldn't touch. If I can't touch my own face, how can somebody else touch it, right? So it was really bad. But you said after a while it would get better, and while you're doing it, it was painful. But I just kept looking ahead and saying, okay. But you were very gentle with me. You were because sometimes you would be barely touching it,
Right.
right?
Yeah, keep in mind Sylvia's an extreme case. Most
Yes.
people aren't as bad as her, but
Yeah, that's true.
so when I would touch the pain, you know, to recreate the pain, that's the key. You have to find the pain. That's the hard part. But once I found the reflex, it wasn't so bad, right?
No, it was better.
Yeah, so it's
because
painful just for a second or two
Yes.
until I found the correct reflex. That's how
Yes.
the technique works. So over the course of about 10 treatments, you know, obviously the pain is gone now. It's
Yes.
would you say it's 100%?
Oh, gosh, yes.
And these treatments that I'm talking about, that was 5 years ago. So she had 10 treatments, 2.5 years of pain, severe pain, 10 treatments, and now 5 years later, it's been gone all that time. So she had a
Absolutely.
permanent improvement,
Yes.
and well, obviously the medication, you don't need the medication
Oh,
anymore.
I got off my medication years ago. After I started seeing you, I was off the medication. It beats being doped up because once the pain medication wore off, the pain was back. So, and I was on some really high meds.
Right. I was reviewing it. It's there's a list here somewhere of all the medications that she was on. It was 8 different medications, and that printout from the pharmacy said, you know, last filled 2013, last filled 2014, and here we are 2018. So, you know, 4.5, 5 years since she's needed this medication. And you know, the thing about medication is it does not treat the cause. It would just cover the symptoms, and not even very well. So we've had a permanent improvement, no medication, and basically you've got your life back.
Oh, thank you for that.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Well, thanks for doing this video. And if you're a person who suffers with really any kind of pain, the combination of techniques that I do, we can help you. And again, Sylvia was an extreme example. So quite frankly, if we can help Sylvia, we can help anybody. So give the office a call and we can help you get your life back. Thanks for listening.
Absolutely.
And thanks for the interview.
Thank you.